Good evening. Thanks for being here. We begin this hour with politics and the next federal election. It likely isn't going to happen for several months, but at least two South Island politicians are gearing up already. This morning, a Liberal candidate for Saanich-Gulf Islands was out doing some door knocking, while the Conservative candidate for Esquimalt-Juan de Fuca was doing a Burma Shave on Highway 1. Saanich-Gulf Islands MP Gary Lunn says he doesn't see a shred of interest in an election right now. UVic political science professor Dennis Pilon agrees and says the political parties don't have much of an appetite to take you to the polls just yet. That, however, is not stopping the hopefuls from getting a jump start on their campaigns. Hey, News reporter Eric Thompson has the story, new at 6.
Conservative candidate for Esquimalt-Juan de Fuca, Troy DeSouza, started the day off with what he calls an extremely visual event to show support for an overpass at Mckenzie Avenue and Admirals Road.
There's no election on, but you're Burma shaving. What's going on?
Well, we're here to remind the community that there's still a person who's advocating for an issue that matters to them.
The Mckenzie overpass was DeSouza's main platform when he lost to Liberal MP Keith Martin by a slim margin in the last federal election. Martin says the best solution to deal with traffic congestion in Greater Victoria is to get the E&N Railway running as a functional public transit system. He also believes now is not the time to debate the issue during a federal election campaign.
No, the public doesn't want an election at all. They want us to get on with dealing with the big issues, money in people's pockets, jobs, health care.
Political science professor Dennis Pilon says with the government not really making headlines at the moment, events like this message-laden Burma Shave are an opportunity for local candidates to insert themselves into the story.
If we're not getting as much federal coverage, then why can't he get some of that federal coverage for himself?
Pilon says there appears to be very little appetite among the federal parties to hold an election anytime soon. Reports suggest support for the federal Conservative Party is growing among Canadians, something the opposition is taking in stride.
Liberal leader Michael Ignatieff is blaming his status in the polls on his political rivals. During a stop in Calgary, he said a recent poll showing him to be the least popular federal politician is just part of the job.
This is the life of an opposition leader. I think I have to earn it. You know, I have to be there. The Canadians have to say, yeah, he's not so bad. You know, they've written all this bad stuff about him. He's not so bad. He's a human being, and you ask him a question, he'll give you an answer.
And for this local candidate, the way to make strides before the next election is by making noise, one event at a time. In Victoria, Eric Thompson, A News.